Hello, Daily Drafters, and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. It has only been 2 days for you, but it's been a while for me. I've been on vacation, I have pre-recorded some videos, and I am excited to be back and drafting Duskmourn. So let's dive into today's Pack 1 Pick 1 with not a lot of commons to speak of. Glassworks might be the best one here. We've got Duskmourn's Domination, Patched Plaything, and Diversion Specialist in the uncommons. What do these rares do? Let's see. 5 mana, enters Manifest Dread, then attach it. It gets +2/+2, has Death Touch and Lifelink, and equips Sack a Creature. We also have Restricted Office. When you unlock this door, destroy all creatures with powers 3 or greater. And the Lecture Hall, other permanents you control have hexproof. This does not seem very good. Dissection tools could be pretty interesting if we're able to get cards like Unsettling Twins, Fear of Lost Teeth, cards that create more than one creature. Also, +2/+2 Death Touch and Lifelink is an enormous swing. So this could be pretty interesting. And cards and archetypes that want to go with dissection tools are cards like Disturbing Mirth. There's also Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab, which could be pretty interesting if we wheel something like Ride of the Moth. Also pretty interesting with Resurrected Cultist coming back from the graveyard. Cathartic Parting is pretty fine. I think Disturbing Mirth is like kind of busted. Decent chance that Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab should probably be the pick. I mean, it's probably even fine to play that in something like red-black, but Dissection Tools is going to be at its best in a red-black deck here. And I think that's the card I'm going to take. Now we've got Sporogenic Infection, 2 mana enchanted creature. They have to sacrifice a creature other than the enchanted creature. And when it is dealt damage, you destroy it. There's also Break Down the Door, which I found to be very good in this format. Wary Watchdog, fine. Orphans of the Wheat, interesting in some decks here. I think to go along with the Disturbing Mirth, I'll take the Infection. That's also a pretty good enchantment to sacrifice to the Mirth. They've already sacked a creature, and you can get value by sacking this to the Mirth. It's also a fine removal spell. I think I'll go ahead and take that here. Only black card is Spectral Snatcher. What else do we have here? Violent Urge, +1/+0 and First Strike. Hand that Feeds, +2/+0 and Menace. Both care about Delirium. What does Nashi do here? So 2 mana, 2/2 Menace. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may mill that many cards, then put any number of legendary and or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. Otherwise, put a counter on it. I mean, probably pretty good in Dimir. Too bad Dimir is actively quite bad. But the thing is, what else do we take in this pack? I mean, maybe we could play like a Hand That Feeds or something, but I don't feel like I need to take that here. Let's just take the rare. I don't think this is going to be the kind of deck that cares too much about a Spectral Snatcher. I may not even play really anything out of that pack. So now we've got some black cards here. Not really anything that catches my eye to steer me off of black. Don't think Demonic Council's good. Valgavoth's Faithful. Probably not. Direlect Attic is also another interesting way. You know, it gets you some card advantage and can also sacrifice to Disturbing Mirth. Seems fine. If we want to pick up a bunch of cards like Fear of Lost Teeth, this goes really, really well with that. The Widow's Walk gives it Death Touch, and then if you sacrifice it post-combat, the Death Touch can ping down anything. So that's going to be a card we hope we get access to. We can wheel it, pick 9, maybe? Well, not a lot of red. There's a ton of blue. It's not great blue, but there is a Skull Snap Nuisance here. Is today the day we play blue-black? I don't really like it. I don't even think this card is like that good. But I mean, I don't think I need the Beastie. The Leech doesn't matter. I don't really like the Windbreaker. Let's take the Nuisance and See if blue-black is where we're supposed to be? Question mark. I mean, Dissection Tools probably isn't great in a blue-black deck, but depends on how many Fear of Lost Teeths and things we get. If we get some Clockwork Percussionists and stuff like that too. Get out, counter a creature or enchantment, or bounce 2 creatures or enchantments you control to their owner's hand. There's also Tunnel Surveyor, which makes an enchantment. Balemurk Leech. Rampaging Soul Rager, probably not for this deck. This is a tough one. Blue-black probably cares the most about Get Out. Tunnel Surveyor is interesting. I mean, I guess that works relatively well with Dissection Tools. Gives you 2 bodies for 1 card. I guess we'll take that here. So the Ripper is a card that seems like it should go in red-black. I just don't think this card is very good. The Cultist could be interesting with something like Dissection Tools, as it is a creature you can sacrifice twice. So maybe that's good enough. I just don't think the Ripper is very good. And we did get the Fear of Lost Teeth back, as well as Final Vengeance. I think I'm going to take the Fear of Lost Teeth because it could go in blue-black or red-black. Not that we're really... Gosh, these red-black cards have been cut. But this is perfect for Dissection Tools. It's perfect with Direlect Attic Widow's Walk. It's the exact kind of thing we need here. Another Cultist. I think I'll take Winter's Intervention here. You know, you need some removal in this format. This isn't among the best ones, but it is removal. Friendly Teddy... not a horrible thing to be sacrificing to get an extra card. I mean, they do too, but I'll just take the removal spell here. Guess I'll take the Cracked Skull. Cracked Skull plus Fear of Lost Teeth is a nice little combo. Same thing with Sporogenic Infection and Fear of Lost Teeth. You've noticed that this card is kind of the card we need access to. Quite a few of. So, see what we can end with here. Enter the Enigma. Probably not going to make the cut. Alright, can we figure out a direction here? Well, there's some good cards here. We opened an Enduring Enchantment creature. Unfortunately, this is by far and away the worst one. It doesn't really do anything when it comes back. There is another Infection. Underwater Tunnel is fine. And an Oblivious Bookworm, but we're just so far away from this. I mean, we could be blue-black splashing this. I just don't think that's a good spot to be. Under the Skin is another good card here too. I mean, I guess I could just take another Infection, and our deck is basically going to be Fear of Lost Teeth times 4, hopefully. And Infection, Cracked Skull, and yeah, not looking great so far. Okay, this could change that. 2 mana 1/1 can't be blocked, so they have to deal with it. And then when it deals damage, you get 2 counters on it, you draw a card, and then it eventually becomes a copy of something. It's also Cynical Loner, Vanish from Sight as a removal spell. Fear of the Dark, Fanatic. What does Keys do? This kind of fixes and unlocks rooms. I think I'll take the Hall Creeper. Red-black has just not looked to be open, like, at all. He says, as there's a Painter's Studio and a Clockwork Percussionist here. Yeah, both of these would be quite good if that's where we were going. I just think, as bad as blue-black is in this format, that's just kind of where our deck is headed, it seems. So, I think Fear of Lost Teeth, like we said, we want a lot of copies of this card. And while Clockwork Percussionist is the perfect thing to be sacking to Dissection Tools, so is Fear of Lost Teeth. So, I guess we just take this and really hope that, you know, the red-black deck doesn't kind of pass us by here in favor of the blue-black deck we're drafting. There's still a lot of good cards. Fear of Burning Alive, Threats Around Every Corner, Trapped in the Screen, great removal spell. Maybe this is a kind of spell worth splashing. I don't think this is a Final Vengeance deck that's really only for red-black, but it's great in red-black. And then there's a Vanish from Sight as well. We don't have the fixing yet, but that's not to say we can't get it here. I don't think I'm going to miss a Vanish from Sight that much. Okay, well, I guess we move back towards red-black. There's no blue cards I care about, but there's another Disturbing Mark. There's also another Percussionist. Yeah, back towards red-black. Let's see here. Appendage Amalgam, fine, not great. Hand That Feeds, fine, not great. Friendly Teddy, Clammy Prowler. This could be fixing for Trapped in the Screen, but really only if we go blue-black. I'm not thrilled with most of these options here. Maybe there seemed to have been a pretty good blue-green manifest deck that was going by. Maybe I got too caught up here. Okay, Glasswork Shattered Yard versus a second Skull Snap Nuisance or 2 Terramorphic Expanses here. I just don't think red-black is going to be open from the right in pack 3, which is why I'm leaning towards taking these blue-black cards here. Not thrilled with Killer's Mask. Honestly, really any of these. I guess I'll take the Creeping Peeper here. Yeah, maybe we end up with enough enchantments and rooms to make it worth playing. Innocuous Rat is a fine card to be sacking to Dissection Tools. It's really also the only other card I would probably consider playing in this pack, so let's go ahead and take that here. Fear of the Dark, Keys to the House, Emerge from the Cocoon. Guess I'll take the Fear of the Dark. I mean, we know we're playing black, so yeah, not thrilled with where we're at, but there's a lot of powerful cards we can open in pack 3. A lot of busted blue uncommons we could see. Some great black rares. I think it's still open for us here. Gosh, Painter's Studio Defaced Gallery Wield. Okay, I'll take that over Don't Make a Sound here. I don't think I'm going to miss a Don't Make a Sound. Okay, Final Vengeance. That's fine in red-black. Especially with 2 Fear of Lost Teeths now. I don't really like Ticket Booth, though. It's a little too slow for my liking. And Appendage Amalgam, sure. All right. Well, we know we're playing black, which means we know we're playing Unholy Annex Ritual Chamber. Took this in, I believe, our last draft on Monday. And spoiler alert, it did not go well. Maybe it goes better today. Gosh, there's more blue good cards, though. Fear of Falling, great card. Murder, fine. Glimmerburst, fine. But pretty easy Unholy Annex Ritual Chamber here. Goes well with the Nuisance. Just as another room, another eerie trigger or two. Okay. Glassworks, Winter's Intervention, Final Vengeance, Vanish from Sight. So what are we debating between? 2 Nuisances and 2 Disturbing Marts, as well as like a Hull Creeper in a Painter's Studio. So what's better, red-black or blue-black? I just think red-black is just a better deck, which means Glassworks is probably better than Winter's Intervention. So maybe I'm just heading back towards red-black here. Okay. I think we need to take the Fear of Lost Teeth. I've said so many times how important that is to this deck. Now there is a Fear of Infinity here. This is kind of the moment we have to decide, I think, of exactly what we're doing. This is another card that's really good to sacrifice with Dissection Tools, though. because you can bring it back to your hand. Oh, alright. Guess I'm going back and forth again here. Okay, what else do we have? There's no red cards. Like I thought, pack 3, I don't think red's going to be open. So Mirror Room, Fractured Realm. When you unlock this door, create a copy of target creature you control. I don't think that's very good in our deck. And then triggering permanents, also not great for us. Meat Locker Drowned Diner would be pretty good. Unable to Scream is a great removal spell. Fear the Dark, Spectral Snatcher. I think I'm going to take the Unable to Scream, and I think we're pretty much locking in blue-black, which doesn't feel great to do, but, you know, maybe today's the day to do it. Yeah, red is looking to be pretty cut here. Glimmerburst has some card advantage, gets a 1/1. Well, works well to sacrifice here. Tail of Tameo is unplayable. Skullcrab, well, Skullcrab question mark? I'm going to take the Glimmerburst. That could be wrong. The Skullcrab could have been the right pick there. Ooh, another Unable to Scream. Don't mind that. There's a Murder, but I think Unable to Scream is better. It's cheaper. Still pretty much deals with the threat. And, yeah, I would probably play a Murder as well, but let's take the Unable to Scream. Nope. I almost took it because I thought it was the only card I could take, but Fear of Lost Teeth, once again, the perfect card for this deck with, you know, Cracked Skull and Double Infection. Ooh, this is a tough one. The 4th Fear of Lost Teeth or the 3rd Nuisance here. I think it's got to be this. As good as this card is for our deck, I think this is just exactly what we're trying to do. I wouldn't mind another Nuisance, but yeah. And plus, the 2nd Cracked Skull might not be horrible with 4 Fear of Lost Teeths here. I don't like Piranha Fly, so we'll pass that. Guess we'll take advantage from sight. Maybe in deck building we'll decide to play it or not. And nothing here for us. So, did we get there? I think we chose the right archetype. I just know this is by far and away the worst archetype in the format. So, it might not even matter. We didn't really get the fixing, unfortunately. I don't think it's worth just putting a couple of planes in the deck here. Not really expecting to get anything out of these packs. Maybe we could splash the Mirths, but we only have one land to do so it's probably not worth it. And a Living Phone. All right, I'm going to make a couple more cuts here in this deck, and I'll see you after deck building. All right, after deck building, here's where I ended up. A very blue-black deck today that I don't have high hopes for because I know this archetype is not particularly good, but we do have a couple of nice cards here. Unholy Annex, obviously very great, and Dissection Tools. I don't know if this card's good. I'd like to give it a try here today, though. Seems pretty sweet when you got 4 Fear of Lost Teeth and also a Fear of Infinity to constantly bring back. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got so many enchantments to trigger this. So maybe this could work. I'm willing to give it a shot. As I like to say here a lot of the time, I'm burning my gems, so you don't have to. Should be an interesting one either way. See you in game 1. Alright, we're up first here, and we've got Silent Hall Creeper on 2. And, I mean, could play Nuisance on 2, but the Hall Creeper seems pretty good to get down early. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, like our entire deck that we want early. So, deals combat damage to a player, you mill that many cards, put any number of legendary enchantment into your hand. Gosh, all of these are good to play on too. You know, I'm going to play the Hall Creeper only because I'd like if it survives, I'd like to be able to draw a card to give myself a better chance at finding a third land here. Don't really want to miss my third land drop, but let's see. Don't have high hopes that it does survive, but we got a lot of good cards in the hand. Okay, so they can sack to kill this thing, but it does cost them 2 mana here. So I'm going to draw the card first in case they decide to do that. And I think mana efficiency says to play Fear of Infinity here. I mean, it's not the greatest. I don't want to unable to screen any of this stuff right now. I'd rather save that. And then next turn we can play 2 of our creatures. Not too bad. Dimir aggro. They also have to decide what to kill with the fungus, and it takes their whole turn if they want to do that. Nope, never mind. They just have a monstrous emergence. Alright, well I guess it's just Nuisance and Nashi here. We've got all of the blue, black, gold cards. Both uncommons and the rare on the battlefield at the same time, as well as a different rare in the graveyard. Enduring Vitality is a busted card. Still have 3 mana. Definitely going to unable to scream the Vitality. The only issue is that they can just chump block with it. But I mean, I don't really want them to have access to like 8 mana next turn. And like I said, I don't really want them to chump block. They could also just double block here, which isn't great for me. So let's just attack in the air, play the rat, and now it's top deck time. Okay, down goes the Fear of Infinity, which is interesting, because if I am able to draw an enchantment, I can get that right back. They also could have used Insidious Fungus to deal with that, but chose not to. Oh. Yeah, the Insidious Fungus can deal with the unable to scream. Yeah, that isn't the greatest news for me. So they're going to be able to hit me for 3 here by sacrificing, but that's okay because this stays tapped. So they still will have 2 more mana because of the Vitality will regain its abilities here. Let's see if we can draw something. Yeah, kind of. Does give us a couple of eerie triggers here. I will take action, and then we get a Surveil. Don't need that. Let's go to combat and see if they want to double trade here. They do have an instant in hand. Which isn't great, but see what they got. Nope. Okay, so they get a manifest. Nashi is dead. And we play Fear of Infinity. Get another Surveil here. Alright, we've been dumping all of the lands into the graveyard. Thank you, Skull Snap Nuisance. That is a large creature. That is another land. Just have to do this. And then take at least 7 next turn. Sure. Ooh, perfect. That's what I needed. Alright. They have Winter's Intervention. Alright, now we're just gonna die to a 7/6. Not drawing anything here. I mean, I can chump with Innocuous Rat and hopefully hit something off of a manifest. It doesn't really help that much, but let's see what we can hit here. Sure, I guess. It's probably better as a 2/2. Oh, perfect. Another land. Oh, man. You gotta love Magic sometimes, huh? What do we have? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lands so far. Go to 1. Okay, go to 1 and probably die. Okay, that has reach. Yeah, it doesn't really save me. And if I double block, or if I block here, I take 3. I guess I'm not officially dead, but it's pretty close. I mean, we had a great start and then didn't draw anything. Like our opening hand, I think we drew 1 extra creature. Alright, can we deal 11 damage? Never mind, math is hard, so we're dead. Sure, why did we take 3? Oh, 1 extra from the trample. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, we're starting on the draw this time. The hand isn't outstanding, but I don't necessarily think it's worth mulliganing. I mean, we've got a rat on 2. Maybe that'll do something. And we have 2 shots at an island to play Nashi on 2. But they will then have 3 mana to deal with Nashi, even if we do find it. We do find the island. Ooh, we found the island. Alright, Nashi, let's go. Okay, no other play. I think we gotta play Nashi now and hope it survives. Any creature makes this unable to attack. I mean, we could attack. It's probably not going to be beneficial for us to do so, though. But I fully expect it to not make it to our next turn here. Alright, Nashi, do your worst. Ooh, we actually got a hit in. Let's go. And I guess I'll play the Nuisance here. Getting rid of a couple good cards, but what can you do? Alright, they're ramping here. Let's see what they do with their 5 mana when they untap. Hopefully it can be dealt with sporogenic infection. No plays. Okay, what do you got? Scorching Dragonfire. Murder, close enough. Alright, take one, and then I guess play Fear of Infinity here. Get a Surveil. Definitely don't need a 5th Swamp. We have, this Nuisance has surveilled like 5 lands into the graveyard already in this draft, so that's great. They do have 6 mana here. That is a Fear of the Dark. Yeah, I guess I'll play my own. If they play any other creature, I can make them sacrifice that one too. Yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, I just have to hope they play any other creature, I guess. And if they play another one, then I can enchant that second creature twice, depending on if it's a creature I don't mind them keeping. We do kind of have the combo with Sporogenic Infection and Fear of Lost Teeth here. Because the equipped creature, when it's dealt damage, destroy it, and this can deal damage to anything when it dies. Anthropede does have a reach, unfortunately, for me. I do not control a Glimmer, so this would get Death Touch and Menace? Sure. Let's start by making them sacrifice the Anthropede here. I could do without an island. I don't need that right now. Then we can fully attack, play Fear of Lost Teeth, play the Innocuous Rat. I think every Surveil we have gotten with the Nuisance in this entire draft has been a land. All 7 of them, I think. It's been ridiculous. I mean, thank you, but at the same time, it's been ridiculous. Okay, who's dying here? Wow, those are some cards. Alright, so Infinity and Fear of Lost Teeth. That was a bit of a mistake. But sure, we'll take it. Ooh, another land. Perfect. They can't block this. They can block one of these two, so that means we have lethal. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, we are the deck of lands today, but it worked out at least once. Alright, starting on the draw this time, and hand's pretty good. I mean, we need another land or two, but we've been pretty good at that today, so we should be fine. Got Fear of Lost Teeth, followed by Skull Snap, Nuisance. And then with all the lands we find, we have a Dissection Tools. Okay, no play. Look, more lands, like I said. It's working out. Let's see if they have a counterspell. Nope. Alright, Nuisance hits the battlefield. Ooh, Scavenger needs to die. Let's see if they give us the ability. Oh, that's a brutal one. If they make this a 3/3. Okay, good. So we can kill the scavenger. Ooh, more lands. All right. So we must do this before it gets out of hand here. Yeah, blue-white decks are a problem. They are very, very good. We kind of have the combo here with sacrificing Fear of Lost Teeth with the Sporogenic Infection. With dissection tools re-equipping and things, but, I mean, we're not doing anything in the meantime. That 1/1 makes these a little bit worse here. It also makes this combo a little bit worse. Because if we don't enchant the 1/1, then they are going to sacrifice the 1/1 to the infection. Okay, down goes one of our value creatures here. And they both get counters. Yeah, I guess I'll trade it for that. They're going hard on the pushing damage here, so let's see if the dissect... Oh, more lands. Nice. The dissection tools can really do anything. I guess I... Ooh, more lands. Guys, today is ridiculous. 5, 6, 7... I mean, it's just like everything we're... I guess I'm glad I flipped 2 lands into the graveyard, question mark. But if this doesn't survive, then I don't really have much else going on for me. Hardened Escort, Acrobatic Cheerleader. Sure. They kind of have to double block here. I mean, they don't have to. They could just take the damage. Then I play a 5/5. Sure. So they have a 2/4. I'll play my 5/5. And then things like Fear of Lost Teeth would be a great draw here. You could play it and then sacrifice it to equip this. Potentially play this first. So Fear of Lost Teeth, one of our last 3 in the deck, would be an outstanding top deck, which maybe was an argument to not trade with that one earlier. But gosh, they're just going enormously wide here, and they do have a Glimmer. Ooh, but a land. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Sure, I guess. I don't know. Now they don't really have a good double block here. They could singular block it, but, I mean, I'm still attacking for 5. Alright, maybe we can draw something that's not a land here now. What a novel idea that would be. Ooh, I was wrong. I was wrong. Alright, and the turn. 8, 9, 10. Ooh, they have their own. Alright, that makes things a little bit more annoying. Give me a Fear of Lost Teeth, please. Give me something. I'm just not drawing anything. That is not bad. Can we race? Target. So it gets +2/+2 Death Touch and Lifelink. So this could be a 6... No, 7/7. I could give it here. This is tough. This is going to have Death Touch and Menace when it attacks. I could, like, we race 7 versus 4 damage here. With lifelink. Also, this is going to become indestructible because of that. So let's do this. They go to 5. They go to 9 next turn, potentially. But, I mean, that is lethal if they don't have anything else in hand. If they just choose to attack with both of these. Okay, so that's a way to draw an extra card here. And I assume they top decked the answer to our lifelinking creature here. So that, unless we find something here, certainly makes things a lot more difficult. Was hoping that they didn't have the answer. They didn't last turn. I mean, it's not bad, but now we're just racing, and I don't think we win that race. I mean, it's 4v6 every turn. They just continually go back up to 10 and down to 4, assuming nothing changes on the board. Yep, another creature. Oh no, and it gets +1/+0, doesn't it? Yeah. Interesting choice to leave both of those back. Makes my choice a lot more simple, drawing the land. Yeah, I guess I'll trade. What a frustrating draft so far. I don't think this deck needs to play 16. I think I'm just running a little light. I mean, we've also got Glimmerburst, which draws cards. We've got Direlect Attic, which draws cards. So we've got card draw on the deck, too, for flooding out. It's just not quite working so far. Oh, that's a brutal combo. I love Fear of Isolation. I haven't got a chance to play with this yet. But it's great in spots like this. Ooh, all right, cool. Go ahead. Perfect. We did it. And they drew a counterspell. They got priorities, so. Oh no, it's Glimmerburst. Alright, I'm probably over this one. I mean, next thing I'll go and cut a land and then get stuck on 2 in the last game. Okay, sure. I mean, if there's ever a card. Alright, hopefully it's not a counterspell. Okay. Target the demon, sacrifice the fear. Hope we don't die. And hope the demon doesn't die. I think if the demon dies, pretty close to dead here. Ooh, land, perfect. Because then we have to take damage to our own thing, and it does die. So I am done here. All of the lands. All right, let's see if we can rally. Okay, we're at first. If one of these was an island, boy, would this hand be absolutely perfect. We've drawn the lands. We'll be fine. We'll get it. We'll get it. I can feel it. What could go wrong? Nothing could possibly go wrong. Hey, card draw. I'll take that. That's something we lacked in our last 2 games, and we drew the island. This is going great. What do they have priority for? Oh, they have a land cycler, I assume, here. Yeah, let's get our creature down. Here comes the land cycler. See if they do have the Scorching Dragonfire to get rid of this indefinitely. Nope, House Cartographer. Okay. I don't think I need to play the Nuisance exactly yet here. I'm just going to be mana efficient, play the 4 mana play. Next turn I can unlock this and also, or play Nuisance and then also unlock this maybe. Damage. Okay, so it'll kill that, so they get an extra trigger off of their House Cartographer here. Sure. Just goes to their hand though, right? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, more lands. Nice. So let's do this. Followed by this. Ooh, more lands to the yard. Alright. Haunted Screen. Sure. So now they have 3 more mana. Meat Locker. Counter on the Infinity. Makes sense. This does still get to trigger here. The Infection's not doing much. Unable to Scream. Is that a good top deck here? It's not horrible, right? Sure. I mean, I didn't necessarily waste. Oh no, I think my mouse just died on me here. Let me plug that one in real quick. Oops. Let's see. Are we good? Where'd it go? Why is it not charging? Oh, that one's not plugged in, of course. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're back. Mouse did die. And the race is on, I suppose. What can they do? They can like just draw an infinite amount of cards, I suppose. So this only triggers when it attacks alone. Okay. And sure. Let's do this one here. Get a couple of triggers. The rat's not very good. And certainly not a land. No point in attacking with both of these because attacking with one still pushes 2 damage here. So let's just attack with the 1. And I don't think we need to infection anything necessarily. I mean, I can infection this and then they have to sacrifice something else. I could also potentially infection the... Okay, so they're just drawing some cards trying to get out of this here. Interestingly, the fact that they have an O2 means we don't have lethal, because I could attack in the air, and then both of these, when they die, they can ping something. Actually, I could have an interesting line for lethal here. Let's see if it comes up, or if they kill my creature or not. Okay, they did have the removal, so... Ooh, land. Nice. So what if I attack with everything? They block, they take 2, they take 3. Yeah, that doesn't exactly work. So let's just do this again. And hold the rest back. So it depends on what they do. When it attacks, you can mill 2. Alright. Ooh, another land. Alright, nice. They are getting priority here, so... It could just be the crew. I'm just going to take it slow still. Alright, go to 2. Now the double fear of lost teeth is kind of threatening their life total here. Crew 1. Do you have life gain? I can't imagine you have life gain, right? Does that mean you just die? What ways could they have to gain life? Okay, sure. I'll take it. Alright, we once again have a great hand. It would be outstanding if we had this on the play, but can't always be lucky, so we'll keep this here, play Lost Teeth on 1, and then we have the same debate between Nashi and Hall Creeper on 2. It's a tough one. Let's see what they do. They don't do anything. Huh. Let's play Nashi first this time. I'm going to try something different. Last time I played Hall Creeper first. Chances are whichever one I play first dies anyway, but both are still fine to have on the battlefield. As long as they don't play 2 creatures here, Nashi should be able to get in. Okay, that's not 2 creatures. Nashi will get hit in. Once again, have drawn nothing but lands. We will attack. We can get... these are both pretty good. I think I want the infection more, though. Wait, any number? Oh. Well, that's insane. I thought it was just 1. That was pretty incredible. All right, Nashi, you did your work. You learn something every day. Hopefully no board wipe, now that we've finally gotten off to a good start here. Oops. Okay, Nashi is dead, but they spent 5 mana on it, which is not too bad. Once again, have drawn nothing but lands. Okay, I guess I'll draw the card, see if... No. No, just 4 lands, I guess. This is ridiculous. Is this not ridiculous? Like, I feel like I'm complaining, but, like, at the same time... Is it not warranted? We've drawn literally nothing but lands. I don't know. I do not know. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sure the Hull Creeper dies now, and then we have basically nothing on the battlefield. There it goes. Okay, they know we have this in hand, so they're probably not gonna, you know, play another creature into it. I mean, that's not a land, but it's also, like, not great. Alright, pass the turn. They're just probably going to play some irrelevant creature, or like 2 irrelevant creatures, to the point where the infection doesn't really... It just gets rid of one of them. I wouldn't mind putting the infection on this. That way, any of these creatures will be able to deal it damage here. Ooh, another one. Doesn't do exactly what I want it to, but... Let's go ahead and have them sacrifice their twitching doll. And then any of these creatures deals lethal damage to the 5/5 if they choose to block. Right, so when Enchanter's creature dealt damage, destroy it. So we'll deal 1 to them. And end the turn. They're flooding out too, so at least there's that. But we don't have much left here. Okay. Sure. Just trying to preserve their life total, I suppose. 1, 2, 3. I can probably also unlock the other side here and give death to... Ooh, 2 lands. It's a 2 for 1. Let's go. Let's attack here. Gets Death Touch. Flip 2 more lands, I dare you. Close. Alright, they are flooding as well, so at least there's that. Under the Skin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can't animate that and block with it, so they're probably just going to get back... Yeah, something else they can cast here, which is the Chandelier. Pass my turn. Winter's Intervention, huh? Is there a way to sneak lethal here? So if I play the infection here, they sacrifice that. Now, if I play the infection here, they sacrifice that, and then I Winter's Intervention, but I could also just play the infection. I want to use the intervention on that, but gosh, this is tough. So this is kind of a weird play, I think. But it guarantees that we can get both of their creatures off the board and puts them to 2. Again, a very strange play here, but I can put them to 2. Both of these are lethal threats next turn. Well, yeah. Well, we'll see what they have. They could just have the Haunted Screen. Let's see what they top decked here. The Widow's Walk doesn't really do anything. So if they drew a 2-drop, they can play that and also animate and block with this. Okay. Yeah. Oh, can they do it again? No, they don't. Oh, they do have the mana to do it twice. Sure, sure. Okay, so let's do... This is a super nice combo here. They have to block it, and it gains Death Touch, which will kill their other creature, too. Let's go ahead and kill that one. This has Flash, so we'll end the turn. And we have the same combo again next turn if they draw another creature that they can also animate with Haunted Screen. But they didn't. Alright, I mean, we had 11 lands and like 3 in our graveyard, and we still got it done. Alright, nice little curve out here on the draw. 1, 2, 3 curve. Maybe it is worth playing 16 with this deck because our curve is so low. Like we don't really have many cards that are more than 3 or 4 mana, and we don't have a ton of mana sinks. I think we only have 2 rooms in this deck. So 16 might actually be correct. It's kind of interesting. Alright, not going to attack here. Hold that back to block it. Centipede is good. Did they get a swamp or a plains? No. Okay, just 3 color. Alright, we have started as we have in all the rest of the games by drawing nothing but lands, so we don't have anything else to do. Hopefully the Fear of Infinity survives. Sure. Okay, there's more. Alright, head it on back. Alright, there's another one. I think that's 5 in a row now. Granted, they're not doing anything either, but... Okay, back goes Fear of Infinity. No, Fear of Lost Teeth, probably. That allows them to get an attack in. With this thing if they want. Did that have trample? No. Ooh, what does this side do? I don't even remember. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, okay. Draw your card, I guess. Okay, that's 6 in a row. How do we deal with that? Alright, pass back. I mean, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Started with 3 lands. I've drawn 6 in a row. This is ridiculous, is it not? Okay, so deal 3 here. Sure. What's the other side do? No maximum hand size. Keep drawing more cards. Yeah, sure. Make it 7. Oh, almost. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Now they're just going to bury us in card advantage here. Maybe the Fear of Infinity can go all the way. All it takes is like a single reach creature. I'm saving this for like a big 7/6 trample or something, you know? Or even the other side of that as a 5/5. Although I don't want to do that because it does have 3 counters, so it would be a 3/5, which is like not great. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a 16 land deck, interestingly enough. It just, like, we don't have any, like, mana sinks or any expensive things. But our Fear of Infinity has done some work, that's for sure. Ah, boo. Yeah, that's annoying. I mean, that blocks this pretty well. I might have to unable to scream that. See if they kill the Fear of Infinity again. Yep. Hand size, infinity. Alright, maybe that's some what's it called? Some surveils that can help me find something here. Alright, as good as you are in our deck, I could deal without you. It is another trigger for our flying creatures here, but yeah, that'll be fine, I guess. Just Fear of Lost Teeth holding back their whole board. They just have so many cards in their hand, and drawing 2 a turn is going to answer most of the stuff that we've got here. They do have a Glimmer, which makes the Fear of the Dark a little bit worse, but still have to keep it, I think. Okay, so they've unlocked all their rooms. Okay, down goes the nuisance. What did they target? This thing? Okay, yeah, can't do anything about that. Okay, keep drawing 2 cards a turn, sure. My turn, draw the card I know about. Hopefully this isn't like another flyer. If it is, I can get it back after playing Fear of the Dark here. Okay. Chandelier. That does effectively block my Fear of Infinity, unfortunately. And I can kill it by playing Winter's Intervention post-combat, but ooh, hey, card draw. Alright, we're actually doing something here. Now the Widow's Walk can start opening things up. No counterspell? Aw, but why you gotta ruin my day, huh? Why you gotta ruin my day? I really could have used that, if we're being honest. You only have 13 cards left in deck. Maybe there's a chance we somehow deck them. I guess I should have waited to attack with that until I had Winter's Intervention up. That was a little not great, but my Sporogenic Infections are not great top. Whoa, that's a problem. Are not great top decks anymore because they just have like irrelevant creatures that they can sacrifice. I mean, it makes them... They're not horrible because the issue is if like they get an 11/11 here, I can use it on that. And then they would sacrifice like their 1/1 or their 0/2, but the Fear of Lost Teeth could still threaten to trade with that. I just think it's kind of gone too far here. We just kind of haven't... I mean, we spent the first 6 turns of the game doing nothing, which is going to be very difficult to win in that case. Oh, that's right, they've got the Chandelier, so they're not going to deck here unless we can draw removal for that, so we have to find a way to win with the Chandelier on the battlefield here. Which will be tough. I mean, we go to not a great life total next turn, more than likely. But like I said, we were fighting an enormous uphill battle. There's the infection I talked about. Here's an interesting play. Sporogenic Infection, their Chandelier. They sacrifice just a 1/1 or something. And then Winter's Intervention, my own Fear of Lost Teeth to knock it down? That doesn't feel great. But if they attack with this, I can block here and then shoot that down. So they might not want to attack anymore. So let's do this here. You sack a creature. Play another couple creatures here. And send it back. Gosh, this Widow's Walk would have been very nice to have resolved. I could have been attacking this whole time, but it did not. What does this do again? Oh, it manifests Dread? And that's actually not the end of the world if that ends up untapped. I mean, the Chandelier can only be done at sorcery speed, so we go to blockers, we block here, and we block here. And we shoot down their Chandelier. Ooh, more lands. Let's get them out of the way. Thank you. Okay. Down goes Chandelier. Hopefully they don't have, like, a way to return it. That wouldn't be great. I think I'm probably just on the decking plane at this point. Unless I can draw, like, my big demon enchantment or whatever. So they shuffled the Wicker Folk in. Hopefully they also don't have... Okay, yeah. I mean, we need something good here for sure. Sure. I mean, we're just like on Jump Block City at this point. And that has Trample, and we're at 13, so we have like one more turn of chumps. We kind of need to top deck the Demon Enchantment like right now. One time. What do they kill? My 2/2 maybe? Yeah, sure. It's a land. Haha, joke's on you. Ugh, perfect timing. Alright, go ahead. We do still have 5 lands left in here. Yeah, that's the card I was worried about. Under the Skin. I couldn't remember the name of it, but they do get to return the Chandelier to their hand, effectively guaranteeing that they will not deck anymore. And, like I said, I mean, we're just fighting an uphill battle this whole time. There's really not much we could have done just drawing 6 lands in our first 6 turns here. So, their deck is pretty sweet. I thought our Dimir deck was pretty good. I feel like we ran incredibly horribly today. Like, among the worst we possibly could have ran. I don't think there's a way we win this, right? I mean, what are we doing here? Chumping a lot? Like, yeah, there's really not much we can do. Okay. Replace that with a 13/13, I suppose. Dissection tools. Well. Does that do anything? I mean, maybe. Huh. I can give this +2/+2, but I can also finish that off with Winter's Intervention here. But the issue is they still have Under the Skin here, so I can't win with decking because Under the Skin gets back the Chandelier, which they do it again with, right? Yep. I mean, sure, I guess. So, we could move this over here, but we'd have to sacrifice a creature to do so. I don't know if that would leave us dead necessarily. It means they can't really effectively attack. I just don't know how we're winning this game. I mean, we need our big demon in the air. Like 4 turns ago. That would have done it, but, I mean, we're not at that point. No! This has been so brutal. Such a brutal game. Such a brutal draft. Yeah. Alright, well, with that, I think I'm done here. You know, I thought the deck was actually pretty good. Maybe I should have moved to 16 lands before I did. It seems just seems a little strange to do that. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a 3-drop. That's kind of a 3-drop. These are 5s. That's a 4. I mean, we don't really have any mana sinks besides these here, but that's just like 2 more 5-drops. I think 16 probably was correct. Now, would that have fixed our issues? Probably not. I mean, we probably still would have drawn 6 lands in the first 6 turns of the game, but I thought the deck was still interesting. A little bit better than I thought Dimir would play in this format. So we'll continue our incredibly mid performance here in Duskmourn. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.